This is One on One.
We love everything about you. Everything about you is going to be so alive. You will be more chill.
Wow, that's good stuff. You're looking at Stephanie Hsu. That is from Be More Chill. She is an actress in this play. And you play whom?
Christine Canigula.
And she's what kind of character?
She is a theater enthusiast. She is what I like to call a weird bird. And yeah, and she's the love interest and the totem of truth in the show.
What's the premise of the show?
So the show is about a high school kid named Jeremy here who is a little bit of a nobody, and he just wants to figure out a way to get by in high school and make life a little bit easier and hopefully get a chance with weird bird Christine Canigula. And so
Oh, you're the love interest.
I am, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But he's not getting to you.
He's not, no. And she's thinking about theater. She's thinking about, you know, feminism as
Got
a high
it.
schooler. So he decides to take this pill that is called a squip.
A what?
A squip.
Squip, go
a
ahead.
super quantum Intel processor. Yes.
What happens?
It implants in your brain and it tells you what to do. And so, you know, so he takes this pill and, you know, life does become a little bit easier and he climbs the echelons of high school hierarchy, but all at a cost. And that is sort of the premise of our little skit.
Wow, that is so interesting. Now, you were born and raised in L.A.
I was, yeah.
Your high school experience,
Yes.
mirror any of this?
I do.
Come on, seriously.
I loved high school.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You did
yeah.
not need any pill. I'm sorry. You didn't.
I didn't need a squip, no.
You did not need that,
No.
and you were very involved in theater.
I was involved in theater sort of later on in my high school trajectory. I started playing basketball, 5 feet tall and playing
Look
basketball.
at you. You're a point guard.
Yes. I was secret perimeter shooter.
And you could shoot the three-pointer.
Yes.
So you have a good three-point shot. You're a point guard, and you're involved in experimental theater.
Yeah, I started experimental theater when I moved to New York.
Define it.
Experimental theater to me means devising work. So a lot of it involved multimedia and multidisciplinary work, which is not necessarily traditional music and musical theater, but considering sound as concept and body and dance and creating work with the ensemble members in the room. I worked a lot with this woman, Liz Swados, who wrote the show Runaways, which was on Broadway in the 70s, and she gathered a bunch of young people who are runaways on the streets of New York and brought them together in a room to hear their stories and created or devised a piece with them. And that premiered at the Public, and then it just sort of went to Broadway unintentionally. So she was a huge mentor of mine, and that was a lot of my background.
And you get to Broadway when?
I got to Broadway a few years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, with SpongeBob.
Saw it.
That was my debut.
Saw you.
Yes, I was
Awesome.
the computer. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
tell everyone who you were, and I stepped on that.
I played Karen the computer wife.
How much fun was it?
That was so fun. And that was actually Tina Landau, who was the director. She comes from a very devised experimental background as well. So
Right.
it was a perfect marriage of collaboration. But it was so, so fun. And the show's so fun, too.
Describe this show, the ensemble.
For Be More Chill?
Yeah.
So there's a cast of 10 of us, not including swings. And everyone, both SpongeBob and this show, I feel like I just get lumped in with all the beautiful weirdos of Broadway. We're all very supportive and loving of one another, and we just have a lot of fun.
Is there a genuine, a real community, Broadway community?
Absolutely. And I never knew that until I became a part of the community of Broadway. And actually, recently, So there's this thing called the legacy robe, which is basically each show, whatever ensemble member has been a part of the cast or has been a part of the most Broadway shows, they get passed a legacy robe, which is to honor the ensemble members of Broadway. And because our show, For Be More Chill, is a full principal cast, we didn't have that tradition. So I started this thing called the debut quilt.
The debut quilt.
The Broadway debut quilt, yeah. And it's just to honor people who are making their Broadway debuts. And this woman, Jen Cody, who has been on Broadway, she's a Broadway veteran, and we've never officially met. She wrote me this thank you letter and dropped it off at the stage door because she found out about the debut quilt through the grapevine. And she just said, thank you for honoring Broadway and the Broadway community. And I was so moved by that. I really felt like, whoa, this truly is a very beautiful and strong community.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, as you're talking about this, I'm wondering, do you have to be a working actor to be in the community? Meaning there are so many talented, as you know better than I do, way better than I do, talented actors who are not working.
Yeah.
Are they part of it, or are they looking to get, I mean, how does that work? How do you support those who, helpful to those who aren't able to find work?
Yeah, I mean, I have some of the most talented friends in my community outside of Broadway who are always varying in their degrees of employment, and that's part of being an artist. And unfortunately, it is ebbs and flows, and I think the important thing is to continually support one another, regardless of if you are employed in something that feels like it is affirming your worth. You know, making work and being an artist is so much more than just a paycheck, though the paycheck is certainly helpful. So, you know, in my dream world, there would be greater funding for the arts.
And everyone be able to work, every talented person.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're political in some ways. In fourth grade, out in LA,
Yes, out in
you
LA.
ran for class president in fourth grade?
Class vice president.
Okay, vice president.
Yeah.
We heard you were very popular out there. You had a very in-depth campaign platform
Yes.
with a slogan.
Stephanie Hsu is the shoe for you.
Was that really it?
Yep,
And you won.
I did. Yeah, and then actually, so you can't run for president until you're in fifth grade, and so I ran for president in fifth grade, and I was too lazy to come up with a different concept for a slogan.
You
So I
did the same one?
No. I did Stephanie Hsu is the shampoo for you.
And
I won.
look at you.
See, wordplay is fun.
You know
Puns
what?
are great.
We do a lot of programming in connection with the 2020 presidential election.
Yes.
I have a feeling some people are going to change their slogans after this.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Let's hope they, yeah.
Yes, let's just leave it
Change
at that.
a lot, yeah.
Stephanie Hsu is an actress. She's terrific. She plays Christine
Canigula.
Canigula. And that's at the Lyceum Theater. Be More Chill, 149 West 45th Street. We wish you all the best. Great job.
Thank you.
You're a role model
you.
for a lot of folks.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be
so
right back
much.
right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 30 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Investors Bank, RWJ Barnabas Health, the Northward Center, the law firm of Gibbons PC, Johnson & Johnson, NJM Insurance Group, and by Berkeley College. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.